This is Lemon's Car Spotting. You post to Instagram with the hashtag Lemon's Car Spotting. We pick the hooptiest.
They are so incredibly terrible.
And which one we want to become a real Lemons build.
It does car-like things. I've been pushing for one of those in Lemons too, and those are very affordable.
This is Lemon's Car Spotting. You guys know the drill. 2 awards, hooptiest, Lemons build. I'm choosing for Eric. Lemons build, hooptiest. Close your eyes. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
There you go. Lemons build. I will be doing the hooptiest. Let's get into it. Really good submissions lately, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks to all of those on Instagram.
Yeah, right.
Oh, there it is. Right off it. What are we? G-body?
Yeah, it looks like a G-body sedan, like a
Malibu. Yeah, you know, is it? I feel like the sedans, at least now, are maybe less common than the coupes because they don't get saved.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know. Yeah. I feel like when I see them, they're coupes.
Yeah, no, I think that's right. I don't think they made a ton of G-body sedans. You know, what you really wanted was the Monte Carlo.
Yeah.
This is whatever the not Monte Carlo version.
Yeah. Malibu, I think, is right, if that's what we're looking at. I mean, we've said this about the coupes, but this is just, it's a tough looking car. This one's got the excellent, like, wagon wheel style steels, which are probably like, you know, a 15x7 or 15x8, good meaty, you know, 235, 70, 15 tires or something like that on it. It looks good. I mean, I probably would do without the little chrome wheel arch extensions to give it a sportier look, but I like this.
Yeah, boy, this looks like the word desert car comes to mind.
Yeah.
You know, out in the Central Valley, out in the desert. That's what the car looks baked.
The word rent-a-center comes to mind, and I'm not sure why.
I don't know what's going on with the front half of the roof also, but I mean,
right.
It looks like saran wrap almost.
Maybe a little fiberglass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the homemade sunroof delete right there.
Right. Yeah. Well, got to do what you got to do.
Got to say the driver wearing what appears to be a Hawaiian shirt, kind of on point.
Yeah. He's living the life, man. He doesn't care what you think. Sweet. All right. Oh, yeah. A love. Well, what is there to say about love? Famously, we haven't seen them in some time, but Jeff Gates from the Alloy Hot Rod Shop here in Oakland had a team of 3 loves, although it was really 2 loves and then an E36 BMW with a love body grafted onto it. Yeah, these are cool trucks. I mean, famously, these were Isuzu, whatever they were. Isuzu Faster, I think, was one of the nameplates that they had. Captive import truck. Classic. We've talked a lot about how American manufacturers, like, we do not know how to make a compact car. We'll get something from somewhere else. Same thing with compact trucks. Ford Courier is really a Mazda. This is really an Isuzu. Had a little Isuzu 4-cylinder in it, which I get the impression that those were okay. I mean, they existed for a long time. You don't see them too much anymore. But
boy, in the U.S., Isuzu was just kind of a leftover brand that nobody really thought about, but they built reasonably okay stuff. Some of their passenger cars are kind of attractive looking. You know, the Isuzu 117 is a great looking car.
Sure.
This looks right. It's like a scaled down pickup, you know?
Yeah, sure. I mean, styling wise, it gives up nothing to the Courier. Sorry to the Courier fans out there, but you know, I think it's a neat looking little car. External bed hooks. You know, I mean, as an old guy, I must point out that external bed hooks are a superior thing that have been eliminated in the name of style and need to come back.
I also love the toolbox. Classic thing in pickup trucks that you just don't see very much.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I have a Delta diamond plate toolbox that was in my Toyota Hilux that's in my parents' backyard. If you want it, email me. Go to 24hourslemons.com/contact. It can be yours.
Yeah.
Right,
maybe you just need it. Maybe you just need a Hilux, Nick.
Maybe I just need to get another Hilux, which I have thought about. That was an amazing vehicle.
Yeah.
All right. Next up. Oh. Now, we have spent some time talking about successful small trucks. And then, what the hell? Okay. It's a 2008 Worldstar.
Yeah. Worldstar. Man.
Worldstar.
All right. So here's what you need to do is you need to cut back to the Isuzu and just go back and forth a couple times.
For a side-by-side comparison.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hit the wrong button. There we go.
Yeah. Done right. Nice proportions. Looks like a truck.
And then... It's like there's like a style of cartoon or Photoshop that people do where the car is super stubby and then the roof is extra tall, like it's a comical, and it makes sort of a triangle shape. This is that, but it's real.
This is like if you've seen Cars, the movie, like this is the real thing. You just need the eyes.
Wow. I also it's got some interesting, the front part has displayed, the ability of the manufacturer to make curved surfaces.
Right.
And then the cab was they forgot or it became too expensive after they did the front.
They were on break.
Good God, man. Also, the crosshair grille does make me wonder, it says that this is in Arizona. You got to assume this is some kind of a Mexican market machine.
Yeah.
Was it sold as a Dodge? And that's why it's got the sort of crosshairs on it? I don't know.
It totally has the cartoon Dodge Ram, 97 Dodge Ram look going on there. If you were calling somebody who wasn't a native English speaker to describe a Dodge Ram while they drew it, this is what would come out.
Sure. It looks like it's got, based on the giant fastener at the back of the thing, it's got a Peterbilt style clamshell front hood for some reason. I wonder.
So many strange choices.
I assume that's so that they could make the whole front in one piece.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I've never seen or heard of a Worldstar. And God, Chrysler, we've made fun of them for partnering with Simca, with the Roots Group, with Mitsubishi. If they were what about Worldstar? That would be very on brand, so to speak.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's pretty good.
This is a quality Stellantis product.
Yep. All right. Where are we? Oh, we're in Corvette Heaven. Well, Corvette / well, yeah, most of them are Corvettes. There's also a Jerry Lundegaard edition tan Sierra and a couple of F bodies mixed in. But boy, next to a Radio Shack for good measure.
Boy, there is a Radio Shack, man. Wow. There's still a Radio Shack in existence. And of course, it's next to a dealership. It closed a dealership full of Corvettes.
So this says Mount Union. Where is that? Pennsylvania?
Probably Pennsylvania. Charlie Putt would have taken this during the Retreat from Moscow rally. So somewhere between, Pennsylvania and North Carolina.
This is the kind of thing you see on a Lemons rally that you probably wouldn't see otherwise. They talk about, broadening, as you show up and you get all excited because there's a bunch of Corvettes in a defunct delership. And then not only that, there's a Radio Shack next door. It just doesn't stop.
What year could this photo be?
Well, the thing that's throwing it off, there's a Ford Fusion right in the middle. That's probably a 2006.
Yeah. If you just put your thumb over that.
Yeah, but if you put your thumb over that, then boom, 1993.
Yeah. Well, some of those Camaros are a little later. I'd say 97. This could be a film photograph from 1997 pretty easily.
Wow. Well, that's pretty cool. Somebody knows the story of this dealership. Let us know. Wow. It involves a guy with a big dream, and everything was going fine until he got hit over the head with a lead pipe by his disgruntled brother.
That's right. that C3 has some kind of weird body kit thing happening also.
Yeah. Wow. Excellent.
Yeah.
Nice find.
Really good.
All right. Next up, oh man, back to the world of vets. We talked a lot about the Chevette last week. This one has some kind of a stripe package, and then it says something on the front fender. Oh, you know what? This is a Pontiac Acadian. We're in Canada now. Wow. So, all right, I'm cheating. I'm reading the thing.
Yeah.
It's an Acadian scooter?
Oh, yeah. So the scooter was the one you could buy without a back seat. The back seat delete was you get like a $9 credit for deleting the back seat.
All right. Post in the comments what the buyer of the Acadian scooter did with their extra $9 that they procured by deleting the back seat. Wow. That's pretty neat. So that's probably what it says on the front fender then. Scooter?
Scooter, yeah. That was like the super duper cheapo, Ford Escort pony.
Right.
Same idea. The Acadian was, of course, the Canadian market version of it. The T1000 was the Pontiac version sold in the United States.
Sold in the U.S.
Which is totally ripe for a Terminator theme. I mean, it's right there. It's literally on the car. So,
liquid metal. Yeah. That's
what is
pretty good. That's fine.
What is the rear wheel off of?
Looks aftermarket to me. I will say, or not. I don't know. I will say that it fits super well.
Yeah.
Nice flush fitment, which I'm sure the guy spent a lot of time on the Acadian forums talking about offset. Get that right? So
this is a spectacular car, by the way. I mean, that's really good.
Yeah, excellent. Nice find by Brian D71D50N. DA70. Anyway, Brian, nice job.
I think it's supposed to be Davidson.
Elite. I don't speak elite, Hacksaw. All righty. Oh, man. See, this is the thing that we don't have anymore. Because Camaros, any Camaro that survives has been it's been LS swapped or hot rodded in some way. Of course, most of them were these sort of terrible, base model versions.
Right.
And people used to just drive them around. You don't see them like this anymore. Especially, I mean, what are those, like hubcaps off of a Chrysler minivan or a K car or something?
They might be Pontiac, but or Oldsmobile, 80s Oldsmobile.
Sure.
It doesn't really matter. Yeah, you're totally right. This is a lost car now. The basic driver version that, you bought as a family car, I guess. I mean, occasionally incarcerated family, but a family nonetheless. Yeah. This is you can only have one cool parent at a time, because if you had two cool parents, then you wouldn't be cared for, and you would have died of starvation. Died of starvation as an infant. But this is totally like the cool mom or the cool dad car, and then whatever the other parent had, like the sensible vehicle. So, the Biscayne or whatever.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know. Is this like I can't tell if this is like an 81 or if it's like a 71.
No, it's got the molded in the front, the plastic Duraplast or whatever it was called, front nose cap, which doesn't come until late 70s for sure. Plus the big bumper. So I think it's in that 80s zone. Also, the poster, unsolicited, somebody said, this photo appeals to me as I too like Bernie Sanders and second generation Camaro. Or no, wait, sorry, I'm reading them out of order. So the original poster said, I'm working on a Bernie campaign fanfic where this is the advanced team's car, which is very, very possible as a vehicle for that scenario, I would say.
Boy, it looks like somebody's trying to restore it, or it's just they have tape over the Bondo? It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's blue, so it makes you think that it's painter's tape that's like masking a repair.
Right.
But it's also positioned in a way that seems like it's holding the whole car together. So I'm not sure.
6 of 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Bernie's campaign car. That tracks.
Bernie's campaign mobile. Oh Lord. It's a Harlequin Hyundai.
Is that an Elantra accent I-20?
What's the hatchback called?
I think that's the X. I have no idea.
No, it's the bigger one. It's like the Elantra GT or something like that. Anyway, somebody saw a totally overrated, ridiculous Mark III Volkswagen and thought that would be a good idea for their Hyundai.
Boy, and there it is. I mean,
there it is.
I've mentioned this before, but you don't see 11-year-old Hyundais anymore. That's just not a thing.
Yeah.
This thing will. Does this void a warranty when you do this?
I don't see why, but I don't know. Post in the comments if Harlequining your car will get you shunned at the dealer when you need, like, a evap repair to fix your check engine light.
It does appear that it was mostly green, the roof and pillars and the
right. Well, there is, for the Volkswagen, there's I forget how many variations there are. I mean, the Germans being the Germans, they couldn't just randomly paint cars random colors. There are 3 or 4 very specific schemes where they're all the same. Like, there's the yellow left rear door car, there's the red left rear door car, so on and so forth. So it's both random and very German at the same time. But there is some code where one of the body panels determines what the car's base color is and which variation of the Harlequin it is, which
I mean, it's look at how crazy we are. Isn't this nuts? Oh my gosh,
that's wild and crazy, but it only fits into these 3 parameters.
This is so kooky. Can you believe this?
All right, we better stop with that. Let's move on. Oh, hello, governor. Occasionally you'll see one of these in the US for some reason. I mean, I assume these are awful vehicles that are just, make Brits feel warm and fuzzy because they're so familiar to them. Famously, I had a friend, I wish he had like security video of this or something. He lived in San Francisco. There's a big commotion overnight. And he looks out the window and sees a London cab skidding down the road on its roof. It's like, okay, this story obviously began a lot before I showed up, and I would like to know the previous parts to this, please.
Man. What? I mean, I assume this is some kind of Rover MG or something under the bonnet.
Yeah. God, I know nothing about the London cab. What's it based on? What's the motor? What are the pros and cons? What's the handling like at the limit? Actually, that part I do know based on stories I've read. I know nothing about these.
Yeah.
And like, it can't be legal to, I mean, these are one of those things, like, it looks retro, but it's actually fairly new and probably too new to be legal for import, which means somebody like is risking a felony conviction just to drive this thing around in the US.
Totally worth it. I mean, look at it. It's left-hand drive, which I find curious.
That's also weird. Huh. They didn't export these to left-hand drive countries to use as cabs, did they?
That's not very British Empire of them, as long as we're stomping on people's feet across the ocean.
Yeah. No, they're the ones to civilize the natives by forcing the steering wheel on the wrong side. So I don't know.
It's got like semi-truck wheels also. It's super weird.
It does. Well, this is a mystery. If you can shed any light on it, post down in the comments. All right, next up.
Well, it's the American version of it.
Wait a minute. Oh man, the PT Cruiser. Well, we have talked about the PT Cruiser much before on this show and also elsewhere in Lemons. Great Lemons car, surprisingly okay, handling and performance wise. Reliability is, I don't know, not worse than other cars of the era. Maybe.
Yeah, they're okay. They don't catch fire much. So
yeah, so lots of room, by Lemon's car standards, like, for things like installing the roll cage. I think it's a good layout for that because they're so upright and boxy. So I don't know. I mean, PT Cruisers are laughable for all of the obvious reasons, but I think we've seen some of the benefits of the PT Cruiser by doing Lemons.
Yeah, it's just a heavy neon, basically. That's kind of all it is. The two-tone is kind of really well done on this. Somebody actually cared
does
about
not
it.
Look bad. I mean, so many of these, God, talk about like the kind of it's like the kind of person who thinks a TGI Fridays is like a real breakthrough in interior design is usually the kind of person that customizes a PT Cruiser.
Right.
And there's like a freaking Coke machine grafted onto the back and they think it's cool.
Well, there's
this
theme,
one
by the way,
is like a remarkable amount of restraint for that.
Yeah, it's just the paint line following the hood line, and they even, got the fuel cap correct, which means they probably took it off and measured it. So it's a lot of care taken to make this PT Cruiser look slightly less boring.
Yeah.
Great theme possibility that you mentioned, by the way, of the, it is the Applebee's of cars. So just go ahead and run with that theme.
Yeah. Totally. Well, nice PT Cruiser. Oh, it's in Panama.
It's in Panama also, yeah.
Wow, look at that. I don't know how common they are down there. Pretty sweet. All right, last car for the week. Oh, some kind of a, God. Would this be considered a glass house in the sort of donk lowrider parlance? I know there is a car called a glass house. There is a car that's called a donk. So there's some controversy in the donk world whether donk is like a style that can be applied to a wide range of vehicles, or if a donk is a certain car, which I think this might be, like sort of a 71 to 76 Impala. Then you got a glass house, which is also a similar era, but I feel like that's got to be the coupe that's got a big back window or something. I don't know. If you know all of these divisions within the donk community, and whether and how this car fits into that scheme, let us know in the comments.
Whatever this is, and I don't know. I mean, this is generic 70s car, basically. This is the Grand Theft Auto version of old car.
Right. Yeah,
it's got some interesting stuff going on there.
Yeah.
The shape of the brake lights in the rear section suggests General Motors to me. But there's like a weird cutout on the rear door. It looks pillarless.
Oh yeah, could be.
Then the huge glass in the rear.
I'm pretty sure it's a Kampala. It's either a Caprice or an Impala, which maybe by this point were the same body, or one was a 2-door and one was a 4-door. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's what it is.
The wheels suggest it's probably been modernized underneath it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe this is a sleeper. Turbo LS, etc.
Could see it.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some awards. I've got the Hooptiest this week. Lots to choose from. Katie and Scooter always on the list. PT Cruiser perennially on the list. Car that's not supposed to be here. Nope. I'm going all the way back to the Worldstar. Yes. Nothing is more hoopty than, God, it just has just incredibly strong Little Tykes vibes.
Yeah.
It's just an amazing machine. I've never seen one before. Clearly never had one in Lemons. It's amazing. It's incredibly hoopty. That's my pick.
It's one of those cars that as you look through it or you look at it, well, first of all, you notice more the more you look at it, and things just come out. But you can feel how thin the sheet metal is just looking at the car.
And I'm not even sure that it's metal. You know, like I feel like it might be just like
it's all fiberglass kind of plastic or
heavy, like thick gauge Tupperware material. So, anyway, it's amazing. That's my pick.
No, it's great. It has strong Pontiac Aztec energy going on with the materials choices.
Yeah.
Boy, as much as I would love to see this in lemons, and it really would be a great lemons car, just probably utterly terrifying to drive on a racetrack in every way imaginable. The London Cab also on my list of cars I would love to see in lemons. But man, as you said yourself, always on the list is Chevette. And what's better than a Chevette is a Canadian market Pontiac badged Chevette.
Oh, boy. Well, anything that's called a scooter is, I mean, scooter is just, wasn't there a Muppet that was named Scooter?
Yeah, there was
orange and cheerful.
Definitely a Muppet named Scooter. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you could theme this as it is, as an Acadian scooter. You could theme it as a scooter, do sort of a Vespa scooter thing. You could theme it as the Muppet scooter, where all the drivers dress up as Muppets. So many limitless possibilities and potential with this car.
Yeah. You could even put the American badges on it and do a Terminator theme. So
you could even do that. Any vehicle that gives you an obvious path towards Terminator or Scooter from Muppets is going to be a good lemons car.
I mean, I think that this is as good as you can get. That's a fantastic find. Ben, Deb, numbers and letters.
Oh, that's Davidson. You can't read that?
Oh, yeah. Man, I didn't have the Leet translator turned on my computer.
All right. Well, that'll do it for this week. Keep tagging your Instagram photos of Lemons car spotting. We'll find them. We'll talk about them. And then you'll build them into Lemons cars. That's what we want. We want to see these on the track.
That's right.
Oh, baby.
Scootin'. Boot scootin' boogie?
Sure.